one of the things that I want to begin with today, talking about the innocence, talking about being a fool. You see, you see that growing up in India and up to age 20, I used to see every Bollywood movie that would come out. And believe me, Bollywood movies, there are 300 movies that comes every year across 300 movies. So you watch so many movies, and when I go to, and each movie lasts for 3 hours, some for 4 hours. Yeah. So I will go with my friends or family and sitting in the cinema hall, and tears will not stop coming out from my eyes. I will be just crying in all the time in every movie. My friends will say, "Oh, why are you crying? It is just a movie," and I will know it is a movie. Still, the tears will not stop rolling from my eyes. And all Hollywood Bollywood movies are like same story basically. Different characters, different agenda, but if you want to have a synopsis of a Bollywood movie, it's the same synopsis. So after 3 hours, you may see a different scenario, different actors, but the synopsis, if somebody asks you to give a synopsis, it's the same synopsis. And life is like that. We know this is a movie. This is just a reflection. And you're watching this movie, and sometimes you like just get caught up in the movie, and you start crying, and start having an impact on an emotional level so much that it becomes a trauma for consciousness. And when it becomes a trauma for consciousness, it really takes a long time to get healed. It really takes a long time to get healed. So you see, so one has to be really mindful and be aware. And you see, one of the examples that I like to give, which is a very, very profound example, and there are many, many things that can be pondered about. So please, if you have listened to this example before, pay attention again. You're going through a dark street. You're going through a dark street and you panicked because you saw a snake. And you're running, and the fear has taken over, and you're running and running, and you're so far from the street, but you still cannot let go of the idea of the snake that you interacted with. Someone said, "No, you got to return. Go back to that street again." And you found the courage. You found the courage, because that's the only thing is required, to go back to that street. And when you go back to that street, you start laughing. You start laughing because there was no snake. There was just a rope flickering because of the breeze, and your mind has projected a snake over nothing. And all your fear is based on that projection. All your fear is based on nothing and just that imagination. Just that imagination, and it has taken a toll. And there are no solution. Is there any solution? Is there any solution other than returning back and viewing it clearly? There are no other solution. I cannot convince that person that, oh, what you saw a snake was not a snake, it was a rope. But in that mind, you cannot convince that person, because that person is convinced already. It has believed in the reality of the movie. It has believed in the reality. So trauma is going to take place. I hope you are following here. Because there is only one solution. Only one solution: to return to that dark street again and face the fear. Face the fear. Oh, why the heck I am so fearful? What the heck is making me afraid? And so you come back. You see, all teachers, whether Buddha, whether Mahavira, Krishna, Moses, Muhammad, Jesus, everyone is shouting that there is no snake, there is no snake. But we continue to believe that there is a snake, because looking at our life, we're all traumatic in some manner. the fear is engrossed in our daily behavior, and we are being so emotional about any situation which is occurring outside of ourselves. That shows we are still believing in a snake and missing the reality. We are still buying in the projection. So we are like a collective hypnotic state in some manner. There's a collective hypnotism and innocence is lost. So the purity cannot be seen. The reality cannot be experienced. Reality cannot be experienced. And you see, for unreality to have an existence, let me ask you this in a different way. For a snake to have its existence, what is required? The rope is required. Without the rope, even you would not be able to project snake. So for unreality to exist, for this drama to occur, for the flickering image of the movie to happen, the reality is required. Without the reality, there is no image. So if you go into the movie, of course the flickering image, but behind the flickering image, if there is no constant curtain, no image is possible. No image is possible without the stillness of the curtain. Curtain is completely still. I hope you're following this idea. And unless we do not connect with that stillness, of course, we are going to caught up with the image. I used to get very, very frustrated with one thing. Long time ago, when I was a child or teenager, that somebody will show me a pencil, and then it would put pencil in the crystal glass filled with water. What would you see? If you put a pencil in a crystal glass water, what are you going to see? A pencil straight? No, it gets crooked. And it's crooked. It's crooked. You take it out straight. You put in the water, crooked again. How is it changing? Remarkable. Magic is taking right in front of our eyes. We have created a hypnotism to see the pencil crooked. We are seeing the crooked. We've forgotten that it is just a straight pencil. It is a straight pencil, but because it is submerged in the water, in the crystal cup, then it seems crooked. It seems crooked, but the reality is not like that. So when are we going to be awakened towards the reality that it is a straight pencil, it is a rope, and it is a still curtain? Every day is an opportunity. Every moment is an opportunity. And if we lose these moments, we say, life is teaching. What the heck is life teaching? What are we learning from life? There are nothing to learn from life except the tree of life. The tree of life is presented to us in every situation of our existence. Every situation, no matter what. So of course we are learning to be individual. Individual means outside of the box. And that is the virtue of your soul. We are learning to be truthful. Truthful to what we have inside and to have that kind of an action. To have that kind of an action. I always wonder, am I quoting from some text and I'm just verbalizing here what I don't believe and my actions are not like that? I always question myself. Am I quoting from some scriptural text? And I always say, I am saying how I live my life, how I perceive this world, and what is my interaction. It is not a quote from any sacred text. It is not a quote from any teachers. It is a realization just the way I see life.